Hey there everyone, I hope you are having a wonderful day. My name is Samantha Attard. I am a wellness coach, yoga instructor, and nutrition PhD living in Washington, D.C., here to help you live your happiest and healthiest life. And this is all about bringing energy and enthusiasm to your career, to your families, and your communities. Because as we all know, when you are taking care of yourself physically and mentally, you are good to those around you. So I'm so glad to be here with you, talking to you about nutrition and specifically some nutrition myths today. So we're doing a little bit of myth busting here because there is so much fear around foods and different types of foods and what's good for you and what's bad for you. So we're going to actually talk about the science behind these things and what is truly good and bad. Microwaves, are they good? Are they bad? So this is a question that came out because a lot of people are a little bit scared of microwaves, and there's two major issues that people find. So the first issue, do microwaves get rid of the nutrients in our food? The second question is, are microwaves actually just dangerous for us? Should we not be using it? So here's the thing about the nutrients. First off, it is true that microwaving your food might destroy some vitamins, specifically things like vitamin C, excuse me. But the thing is this is a vitamin that's destroyed if you apply any heat. So if you cook anything, whether it's on your stovetop, in your oven, on a microwave, in a toaster oven, on a frying pan, on a really hot sidewalk, it is going to destroy some of your vitamin C. So the thing is that some vitamins are just going to be destroyed by heating them. If anything, microwaves can actually help you preserve these vitamins and minerals a little bit longer, because with microwaves we tend to have a really short cooking time, so we don't like braise things for hours and hours, and it doesn't really destroy those vitamins more than other cooking does. It is still good to use when you think about the nutrients in your food. Again, because we end up cooking things a little bit faster, sometimes it can actually help us preserve those nutrients. That's a really interesting point, Natasha. Natasha says she finds microwaves makes it really easy for her to cook junk food. And yes, in that case, not something that you should be using, totally agreed. But if you're trying to cook a potato real fast, or if you're trying to make some broccoli and you don't want to boil it, because actually boiling it would actually release a lot of the nutrients into the water, and you actually would lose a lot of nutrients if you boiled that broccoli or green beans, then a microwave can be a really great way to go. So the thing is that if we use a water-based method of cooking, things like boiling, we can end up losing a lot of the vitamins and minerals to that water. So microwaves in some senses can actually be healthier because we end up cooking without all of that water. Steaming you can lose some of the nutrients if it comes in contact with the water. So if you notice that the water is colored after you steam something, then that means your nutrients are in the water, and then you just use that water for a soup or use it as a vegetable broth, and so then you can still recover those nutrients in another way. So definitely I love the the non-water-based cooking methods. I do a lot of sautéing. Amazingly enough, we have such great pans these days. You can do a lot of sautéing without even adding a lot of oil, so you don't have to add a lot of extra fat. That's why a lot of people got into steaming and boiling, because you didn't have to add fat. But the thing is you can make things just as quickly, taste more delicious, have a much better texture when you cook them without those water-based methods. So first off, microwaves are not going to destroy your food. You're not creating frankenfood. The one exception to this is breast milk. You are not supposed to microwave breast milk. So that is the one exception. Don't microwave your breast milk. In terms of your own personal health, there is nothing scary or inherently weird about microwaves. So microwaves, it's just part of this spectrum of radio waves, audio waves, UV waves, so light, sound, our Wi-Fi signals. All of these are just these little bouncing around electrons in our world. And just like microwaves, they just kind of pass right through us. They design microwaves so that those waves don't get out of the microwave. Definitely just hit the stop button before you open it up. Repeat, there's no evidence that it's bad to stand next to them when you're cooking something, but it is good to hit stop and then open the door, not to just open the door while it's still going. So that's one way that you can keep yourself a little bit safer. But they've been around now for 20, 30 years, if not more, and the studies have not shown that they are particularly bad for us. So microwaves can be an amazing tool. I mean, it's really, really wonderful if it means that you can cook that potato, if you can cook those vegetables, if you can make things happen faster. That's awesome. You might be using it a little too much, and maybe it means that you buy a lot more processed food or TV dinners, then it's not so good. Oh, that's an important one. Microwaves, no good if you cook in plastic. Don't cook anything in plastic in your microwave. That's when we're really going to run into issues. I personally don't really even trust like the little microwave bags or anything like that. When you start to heat up plastics, things start to leach, and that's where you end up with a lot of the carcinogens and things like that in food. So I always, even if it's something that it says like steam pouch in this, I just put it into something glass or ceramic. I'll cover it with a wet paper towel, totally grandma style. My grandma does that all the time to keep the food good and keep it a little bit wet. So use a paper towel on top of a glass bowl or a ceramic bowl or container instead of cooking things in the plastic. So that's the one exception. Don't eat things heated up in the plastic. The other negative of microwaves is that they can turn some foods kind of mushy. You can end up with some uneven cooking. You don't really get things nice and brown. So there are some negatives of microwave cooking. Some foods just simply don't taste great heated up in the microwave. But if you're melting some butter or some chocolate or something is easier, go for it. Enjoy your microwave. Thank God we have modern conveniences, right? Making life easier. So myth number 1, totally debunked. Microwaves are not bad for you. Cook with them, enjoy them, love them. Just don't use any plastic in them. Send your questions to me. You can send them to me via Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, Happy Healthy Sam. And also there you have our free Facebook group, Happy Healthy Humans with an S at the end of it. You can always join the group there to ask your questions and we can answer them live. If you need, send me an email, sam@BeHappyHealthyHuman.com. We can always talk further. So if you want some more in-depth coaching talking about your individual needs when it comes to nutrition, health, wellness, energy, productivity, and just living a happy life, send me a note. I would love to work with you guys. You guys are a fabulous, amazing community. It's great to be here with you guys all. Thanks, guys. Bye.